After the Gremlins Gizmo, another LEGO Ideas set was announced recently. The second set of the theme is this LEGO Ideas 21362 Mineral Collection, the final version of the Italian fan, but living in Spain, Dario Del Frate. After playing it 2 times on the platform, although the second version was much more refined. The original design featured rhodochrosite, an amethyst geode, black tourmaline with aquamarine, orange quartz, emerald, and pyrite as minerals. The final version maintained the rhodochrosite, the amethyst, although changing its shape, and pyrite. It changed the black tourmaline to a watermelon version, the orange quartz to tangerine, it's all about citrus fruits, and the emerald became fluorite. We start by building one of the shelves. There's three in total, two of which are identical, the first and the second, and the shape is very similar to the original with gold details on the corners. The difference is that these aren't attached, allowing you to display them however you like, and the shelves are transparent, resulting in more light entering to better highlight the models on display. The first mineral is pyrite, which is immediately one of my favorites. I think I'm like Sniffler from Fantastic Beasts. I like shiny things. And we start right away with one of the set's Easter eggs, a one by one tile with an animal's paw, one of the two hidden in another mineral, but I won't say which. They symbolize the two cats of the fan who created the set, Dario. The mineral is obviously very golden and geometrically square with many elements in metallic gold, including this Minecraft element, which I personally consider to be a fantastic use for it. Despite all this, it's possibly the simplest and therefore a good start for the others. Second bag, we start with watermelon tourmaline. This was one of the changes as the original was black, but as we know, the backgrounds of the 18 plus box sets are usually black, so a different shade was chosen to make it stand out more. Dario, the fan designer, even said that the minerals and colors chosen were these because that's what he had with the pieces available. If other colors had been accessible, he would have tried different minerals and or colors himself. This mineral was also the one that caused the design team the most headache, so the 1x2 grid tails were created in transparent to mimic the characteristic roughness of these elements. The transparent 2x2 jumpers themselves are also not very common, so they are very welcomed in these quantities. The biggest challenge was creating the balance between green, yellow, and pink, and the right shade of transparency. I'd like to highlight an element that I believe is new, something like brick modified 1 by 1 and 2/3 with studs on three sides, which will be very useful in future builds. Second book, third bag, with another shelf like the first one and another new mineral, fluorite, which replaces the emerald, and I really like the latter. There's this new triangular wedge that came out in the new Jack Sparrow's ship Splash Black Pearl, black, whatever, but in trans blue. And it contains a really cool Easter egg inside depicting the mini Disney castle, a reference to the first project Dario presented on the Ideas platform. This is gradually covered with trans blue and purple elements, with only a few nuances being noticeable once completed. The final shape is relatively triangular. Bag 4, tangerine quartz, since the original was orange. Here they play with transparent elements again, creating a gradient from the base to top. Another new element is a highlight here. The first time the slope 45 1x2 triple appears in transclear. I love the smaller crystals erupting from the base, almost reminiscent of the Aquazone crystals. Book 3 and bag 5. Last shelf, lower but wider than the previous one, although the construction process is the same. The mineral is rhodochrosite, similar to the one in the original project. I confess I wasn't familiar with the element's appearance. While researching, I found very different images, but some truly showcase the characteristics of the LEGO model. A dark base with several small transparent crystals growing from it, sprinkled with larger ones, red or dark pink. This is possibly the construction that requires the most attention to build, since we need to constantly rotate the model, and also because of the colors in the instructions for some smaller elements. The 1x1 plates in transclear and black seem the same. Finally, bag 6 and another one of my favorite crystals from this set, the amethyst. Why? Because it seems to represent a LEGO element that appears in several sets and themes, but mainly in city and space exploration sets, the geode. A trans-purple interior covered in grey rocks, it's possibly the most detailed and incredible constructed mineral in the set. And here is a complete build. The 21362 mineral collection has 880 elements and a retail price of €60, hitting the market on October 1st. First of all, this isn't a set for everyone. It can be interesting for both adults and children or teens, and this set is a good example for what the LEGO Ideas platform aims to be. I believe we'll increasingly see this type of projects being picked or other licenses not currently available within the LEGO group to try to reach and attract other fans to the LEGO universe. They buy this set, they like it, then the botanical, then the icons, and before they know it, they've already spent half of their salary in one month. In this case specifically, if you like minerals or geology, I believe you'll really like this set. I don't know if you're like me, but as a kid I loved transparent pieces. And I made a big smile when I saw so many elements in this set, like the one by one transparent blue plate, something I hadn't seen for a while and which was very common in the 80s and 90s. This set has some new pieces and many in new colors, like the Minecraft head in metallic gold and many elements in transparent. I was a little worried about making too many mistakes and not enjoying building rocks, but it was very interesting, all of them with different shapes, very cool techniques, and also the bookshelf, even having to repeat the process practically 3 times, it was a relaxing one. It's not a set with a lot of playability. We can use each mineral as a paperweight and the bookshelf to place on our mini builds. And yes, I'm kind of joking with this because the bookshelf can actually be useful and the rocks make beautiful decorative elements. But yes, this is a set clearly focused on display, and considering the number of elements for those who collect or have collected minerals or rocks as adults or children, it could be a good gift, especially for Christmas. I like that it maintained the structure from the original design as much as possible, and I think this is super important since it's the original that fans choose. Although I was kind of sad that they removed the emerald, but that's a personal preference. The change to transparent shelves is also a plus, and I love the two Easter eggs. With my family growing, I really value sets with multiple instruction books that allow more than one person to build, and this set is a good example for that. And finally, like it or not, may there be more LEGO idea sets in this price range. But of course, this is my opinion, so I want to hear yours. So, are there any fans of minerals, rocks, and geology? What did you collect as a child or even now as an adult? What is your opinion about this set, and are you thinking about buying it? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more reviews and speed builds in the coming days with new releases from 2025 or even sets that have already been retired. Thank you, Lego and the Land, for sending the set for review. All opinions are my own. See you soon, and play well.